This is Sonna Rele, and you know I got soul.
All right, Sona. So I want to take it back to your origins in music. You know, you've been showing off your talents for years and developing a fan base, but take us back. Where'd you first notice you had this gift and talents in singing?
I started singing when I was like 6 years old, and I didn't really think I had a talent. I thought everyone could sing, but everyone else around me found it unusual, and I found myself singing a bunch of Disney songs. Don't ask me why, but yeah, that's when I started singing.
So you made this name for yourself with the Music Monday series on Facebook. What originally inspired you to go that route and do those so frequently?
One of my main things is to connect to people on a one-on-one basis. So like social media for me was something that I could do that with, and not having to go through a mad organization to get to that actual person. So I started this thing called Music Mondays, where once a week I would post up a song and people would comment and stuff, and then some of them started going viral, and I made it a point to get back to thousands and thousands of comments. Sometimes I wouldn't get much sleep, but I really felt the need to connect to people and just show how much I appreciate, all the love.
Are there any in particular that you could look back on and say those were the really biggest ones, the ones that had the most impact?
Some of my biggest Music Mondays that had the biggest impact were songs that I didn't expect to go viral. It was just songs that I really enjoyed singing, and some of my originals went viral. When we put it on Facebook, it had over 1 million views. So that was a good indicator to know that I'm on the right track when it comes to what I'm doing and people are connecting to it. So that was cool.
So what really brought our attention to you as an artist was when Neo kind of co-signed you and signed you and everything. So what originally led to him reaching out? I guess, how did he originally reach out? And what was that moment like?
So Neo reached out to me through my Music Monday.
And like, what was it? How did he reach out? Like, what was that like?
It was. I didn't believe it at first. It was almost like, yeah, this is someone's trying to punk me or something. But yeah, and then finally, we connected, and he told me that he'd been watching some of my Music Mondays. So I was like, that's what you do in your spare time? You go on Facebook? Really? But it was cool because it led him to me, and I landed in a deal, and he signed me, and he's been a great mentor.
Is that something you ever thought was possible when you started doing that series?
When I first started Music Monday, I had no idea any of that stuff was going to happen. For me, it was just like I wanted to connect to people and just find a way to learn new songs every week and just be random, really. Yeah.
Something I thought was funny was reading your bio when you originally signed with Neo, and you were telling your parents they really weren't familiar with Neo as an artist. So tell us about that.
So my dad has no idea when it comes to like pop artists and stuff. He knows them, but he doesn't know the name. He gets them wrong all the time. So I was like, yeah, Dad, I signed to Neo. And he was like, Neon? Who's this? Neon? I don't understand. So I had to educate him, and he went onto Google, and he was like, oh, it's not Neon, it's Neo. I was like, yes, I know. But and then he became a fan, so yeah, Dad's a fan of Neo now.
But your parents are also musicians as well. So what impact have they had on you from that regard?
So my parents, being musicians, they know all about the entertainment industry, and they know all about staying grounded and being true to yourself, and following your art rather than chasing fame.
So talk about the time you've had to develop under Neo. It's been, I think, a couple of years now. So, what has he had you working on, and what has that experience been like?
Neo has been making me work on loads of different projects, including my own. Sometimes he'll just call me and say, I want you to write a song with 6 words in the verse, and then just put the phone down, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, thank you. But it's cool because he loves to help build you as a songwriter. He's an incredible songwriter as well, so it's good to be able to get that additional knowledge.
So tell us about the project you recently released, the Wildhearts EP. What inspired the creation of it?
What inspired Wildhearts? For me, being Indian, brought up in London, I face a lot of barriers. I'm sure a lot of other people do too. But for me, I'm always being told to not do what I want to do. And the Wild Hearts EP is all about breaking out the box, being different, and that being different is what makes you successful in your own right. So following that, and whatever it is in your passion, it could be art, it could be I don't know, you could be a journalist, whatever, it could be music, just being different and following your dreams and not letting anyone else discourage you from that.
You know, when listening to the project, you've got this unique sound of, it's like a blend of R&B and pop on there, and it's like refreshing. What inspired the sound on there?
The sound for me was inspired by lots of different genres, but really just wherever the song kind of took it. So I think there's one song called In Too Deep that's got an African kind of influence and an Indian thing too. So my mum's Indian, my dad's from Africa, so it was a nice blend of where I'm originally from and, you know, where I could connect to through my roots.
Can you tell us about what we can expect next coming from you?
You can expect a lot more music, and I'm going to be doing a lot more writing. Obviously, this Wildhearts EP is definitely close to my heart, and I want to be able to connect to as many people as possible. But obviously, a continuation of that will be in the pipeline.
And then just finally, you know, we see so many artists who try to take a similar route that you did, you know, do a YouTube series or a Facebook, and they're not quite as successful.
Yeah.
What do you think it is about yourself as an artist that made fans gravitate to you and made you have, you know, get such great exposure?
I think the thing that gravitates people to me, and I think everyone has this ability, is consistency. So obviously you want to do something, and I know I'm guilty of that. I want to do this and I want to do that, but don't stay consistent with it. So this Music Monday, I can definitely say, for 2 whole years, every single Monday without fail, I posted up a video for my fans to connect to. And even if it started with 1, I didn't care. I was happy with that. And now 1, you know, it goes into, you know, 500, then 100. Now I'm, you know, closing up to 1 million. So it's a great journey.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's all we had. Is there anything you'd like to add?
People can follow me on my social media if they want to check out any of the Music Mondays or make any requests. You can find me on Facebook, Sonna Rele Music, and then on YouTube, Sonna Music, on Twitter, Sonna Music, and on Instagram, Sonna Rele.